That main event was a 10 out of 10. First of all, Drew caught mad strays for no reason. The crowd was dissing him, Roman was dissing him, and Punk for sure was dissing him. Drew, he was treating you like dirt. I wouldn't take that if I were you, but maybe that's just me. But let's talk about that main event segment. Oh my God, they cooked. Roman comes out. He's like, Philly, we have a history, right? First Rumble win, first championship win, lost my 1,300-day reign here, and then I won the Rumble again for the second time. Now I'm back, right? So he goes through his options, like, you know what? Who y'all want me to fight, crowd? Drew, boo. They treating like dirt, Drew. I'm saying, I wouldn't take that. Personally, I wouldn't take that. But then he says, yo, CM Punk? Yeah, Punk, yeah. I was like, oh, man. So Punk comes out, right? Goes straight to the camera. He's like, yo, Finn, I don't know who you think you're talking to, but we're going to have to figure this out, right? And Roman in the background looking like, hello, excuse me. Who do you think you are interrupting me and not acknowledging me? And Punk like, this is my show. Who are you? And now was the beginning of a 10 out of 10 segment, right? So he's like, yo, I get it, right? You don't show up. You part-time. I'm here full-time. I'm going week to week, country to country to country. I'm putting in work. And Roman's like, yeah, you are, because why? You were gone for 10 years. And you act like I wasn't putting in work too. In fact, the only reason why you even here is because of me. This whole company is in this booming golden age because of me. Because of my family. He's like, oh, let him cook, because he cooking, right? And then Punk is like, alright, you had that crazy long reign, 1,316 days. I went on my own little bit of a run, 434. Obviously yours is longer, but mine was better. Oh, they cooking. Roman's like, oh, okay, that's cute. That's cute. But like, they had to run everything through me, right? The entire the only reason why you even in the company itself is I wanted you to be here. Alright, Survivor Series, I should get in like a man, like calling us the Zebros. You're talking to me like a young boy. I ain't appreciating that. So you know what? Mania, it's on. I said, oh man. I was paraphrasing. None of this is scripted, by the way. I'm just lifting the dome to the camera. But yeah, phenomenal segment. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It is good. I get it. A lot of people don't like Roman winning, and I understand, right? It was the predictable, safe option, and I agree. But after this segment, I think we all on board. Okay, I think we all here. We all locked in. We all on the same page. Because my God, that segment cooked. I cannot wait for WrestleMania. I think it's like 10 weeks. I think it's like 10 weeks, 10, 11 weeks. So we got some time. Roman. You better show up. I'm not saying I gotta be here every week, but I'm just saying this can't be the end because we got a whole month and a half left. you got a whole month and a half. All right, so you got to start more than a month and a half. It's 2 months, 2.5 months. Okay, it's in the middle of April. Show up to work. All right. Speaking of show up to work, Gunther, I need you to leave. You need to be dealt with expeditiously. No way you about to beat me up, make me pass out, and then show up to my former workplace the very next day to my music and get my pyro and diss me. Like, you know how to do that. And then my guy that I was tag teaming with like a month ago comes out to my defense like he should. Shut out Dragon Lee. And you pack him up too. Had that man looking like Sayori from Doki Doki Literature Club. That was crazy. My fault. But still, like, he was doing you dirt, bro. Like, no. Gunther, you need to be dealt with expeditiously. I don't care how you do it. Who does it? I don't care. But you need to be dealt with. I am very interested to see what he does at WrestleMania. There isn't anything very clear for him to do. Like, there isn't any other career on the line for right now. Maybe it can change, but like, there's nothing really going on. I mean, I obviously know who's fighting CM Punk at Mania, so what is he going to do? Is he going to go for the IC Championship? Is he going to feud with someone else? Is he going to go to SmackDown and feud with someone over there? I don't know. I'm very interested to see where they go with that. And speaking of being very interested where they go, let's talk about the opening of the show. The very first thing we see in the show, we did the then, now, forever. And then you see Braun Breaker just crashing out. We don't even get the Godzilla intro. We don't get these superstars walking through the hallways. No, it's straight to Braun crashing out. Flips over the announce table. The Vision tried to come in and stop him. He was like, nah, bro. You about to screw me over? Nah, I'm not about to take that. So Paul Heyman takes over the mic. He's like, all right, yo, calm down. I got this. He's like, yo, Pierce, you doing way too much. You cost my man a chance. Yada yada yada. Adam Pierce comes out. He's like, you chose to be number 2. All right, that's not my fault. In fact, you should be fired for that performance. Straight rage baiting. Adam, I don't know what that man on the phone told you, but you're getting a little too brave, my man. You're getting a little too brave. He was like, the last time a masked man attacked somebody with the Vision, it was Austin Theory. So, like, I'm just saying, that man gaslighting. You gotta respect it. Now, low key, I'm starting to think it might be Adam Pierce. He's getting a little braver. He's getting a little too brave, right? But then backstage, he's like, yeah, that's cool. LA Knight's supposed to be gone, right? He's not supposed to be here. But, we have to mention, LA Knight attacked her from behind. Yeah, he's still in the Vision Vortex. We'll get to that. Yeah, they've been having a convo, and Adam Pierce tells Paul Heyman, he's like, you know what? F-A-F-O. If I gotta explain to you what that means, it means mess around and find out, okay? I don't know who he feeling like, but he feeling brave. You're getting a little close to getting backed up, Adam. Chill out. But then they had the match. It was Penta versus Bronson Reed. Solid match, nothing crazy. But LA Knight comes out again, costs Bronson Reed the match. Now, granted, that ref was low-key skipping numbers. I think that man skipped 9. He went from 8 to 10. Shit from 8, 7, 8, 10. I'm like, damn, bro, come on now. Becky Lynch got a point, man. I'm just saying, Becky Lynch might be onto something. These refs are a little corrupted. I don't know. But it's nice to see LA Knight again. That's cool. That's amazing. Nice to see him on TV again. But like, he's really back in the Vision Vortex. Like, do we really need to see this again? Like, he's been in this Vision Vortex for like since what, July, August. Like, do we really need him to still be in this? I thought him at the Rumble eliminating Bronson Reed and Austin Theory was the end of that, and he goes somewhere else. But like, I guess not. I guess they're going to do something probably at Mania. Who, I don't know, Bronson Reed versus LA Knight, I guess. Sure. But I'd wish they'd move on already. Speaking of moving on, let's talk about Javon and El Grande. There was a rematch from, I think, like a week or two ago, where he got hurt and everybody was worried about the shoulder injury. Solid match. Your typical El Grande shenanigans, right? Rayo and Bravo trying to get involved. He got the little steel plate, try to give it to him, but the OG came out. Thank you. Shout out to him. Shout out to the OG. I don't know who's under there. I don't know who this imposter is, but that's not my El Grande. Hashtag not my El Grande. Okay. I don't know. But you're probably getting that's the Mania match. OG Grande versus the new Grande. I think it's going to be very entertaining. A very, very entertaining match. And I can't wait. So this reminds me of the Sin Cara match. Like in 20... What year was that? 2011? 2012? 2010? This is one of those 3 years. Shout out to that Sin Cara versus Sin Cara Negro. I remember that match. Loved it. Young me was hooked. Okay, let's put it that way. Speaking of hooked, Obafemi came out. The War Raiders supposed to have a tag match, but he came out and just attacked him for no reason. Obafemi comes out, just packs him up for like 30 seconds. He imposes. Why did he do that? He had no reason to do that, but he did. Shout out to him. Looks like he might be on Raw. Maybe he does the same thing on SmackDown and then he makes his decision then. But I think he's most likely going to be on Raw. Most likely. Speaking of things going to be on Raw, Bella Twins, they're announcing they're going for the tag titles. Probably the Mania match right there. Probably win it there. In a tag team showcase, probably Rhea and Io versus the Bella Twins, most likely. That's the plan, most likely. So, shout out to that. It's going to be very interesting to see, some love in the women's division, so they can drop the titles and Rhea and he can go back for the world title and stuff, because getting a little dry. Speaking of being a little dry, let's talk about the women's championship match. But before that, we had the Dom return. He announces Liv comes out, yada yada yada. I'm waiting for my decision. I'm gonna wait to announce it. She didn't wait too long. She waited like 30 minutes, but she says, you know what, Raquel, you have your match. Come on out. She comes on out. So yeah, congratulations. Yeah, that's cool, Dom. Welcome back. And she goes, why did you eliminate me, Liv? And Liv goes, you're not selfish, right? It's not, I won. You have your match. All's good. And Raquel goes, right. So you know what? I got this. Stay back. Let me handle this. Alright. So she leaves. You have the match. First of all, before we get talking about the match, Stephanie Vicari got Def Rebelled. That new theme is atrocious. It is terrible. It is bad. I don't know who thought it was a good idea to even change it in the first place. It didn't need to be changed. There was no reason to change it. It is horrible. Please. For every good song Def Rebel does, they have like 5 more. That's terrible. Like for every Kit Wilson, there's this. It sucks. But match was solid, good match. Couple bodies here and there. The table at the end didn't break, which kind of made it a little awkward. And the cameraman, Stu, you was all up in there. Like when I said you was like all up in there, I'm like, dang, Stu, back up. You all up in there, I'm like, Jesus. But yeah, towards the end, Liv tries to get involved and Roxanne tries to get involved. She gets put through a table, and at the end of the day, Stephanie ends up with the win. I personally thought Raquel was gonna win, but I guess they could possibly save that for later. But after the match, Liv attacks Stephanie Vicari, announcing that she's most likely going for that title. So they could do a swerve. They could do a some form of title change between her and Raquel. Between the Rumble, we get a Judgment Day Women's Triple Threat. Maybe they get inserted into the match itself. Maybe it's a Fatal 4-Way or a Triple Threat between Liv, Roxanne, and Liv, Raquel, and Stephanie Vicari. I don't know what they're gonna do. That whole scene is gonna be very interesting to see in the coming weeks. We do have a whole month and 2.5 months into then, so we got time. We definitely have time for stuff to figure out. And that's it. Next week we're getting Elimination Chamber qualifying matches. I don't know what they're gonna do with that, because it's very clear what the direction is for that. It's most likely gonna be either Cody and Jacob winning the men's. The women's, I have no idea. I'm gonna be completely honest. I have no idea who's winning the women's. I have no clue what they gonna do with the SmackDown Women's title. They could do the Tiffany Stratton thing again, but like we just seen that for like 3-4 months. Like we don't need to see that again. Like we really don't. But yeah,